basically, the ophthalmology landscape is evolving in many different ways, and some are obvious: aging population, diabetes prevalence. But I want to draw your attention to a couple of other areas which we believe are important. The evolving reimbursement environment, for argument's sake, Medicare Advantage has just begun to advocate for step care therapy in the treatment of wet AMD using Avastin as the patients have to fail first before moving into new technologies. It's a really important issue in terms of where we go with the treatment of patients in the future. Real-world vision outcomes are problematic versus the original clinical trials on which VEGF drugs were approved. The treatment burden we're all aware of, and many people are working hard to address that with regard to the novel delivery modalities that we see both here and over the next couple of days. There are large unmet needs in ophthalmology in our area, in dry AMD, wet AMD, diabetic macular edema, and retinal vein occlusion. So we at Notal Vision believe a fresh approach is needed to pioneer an integrated patient engagement platform to make personalized medicine an important opportunity for the future. It is not a trivial exercise to integrate cloud-based monitoring, digital health, payer relationships, patient education, artificial intelligence into one whole, because it's critical to be able to create this platform in order to do so. And basically, we call that the Notal ecosystem, which is the foundation for delivering personalized medicine in the future. And basically, utilizing this platform, we can then interface home-based devices between the patient and the doctor. Using our Notal Vision Diagnostic Clinic, we're a healthcare provider which builds healthcare payers, and on the basis of that, are able to build a recurring revenue model, which is really kind of a quasi-SaaS approach to thinking about. So basically, the devices we have in the near term to enable these personalized medicine solutions are already commercialized to 4C Home, which has currently been used in more than 5 million tests over the last couple of years. And a new offering which just entered human testing here in the US, which is a home-based OCT. Now, with regard to a home-based OCT, if you think about it, if a patient decided to test every day, we have a potential to produce 3,000 scans in a month. And really what we need to have is a decision support system which should not be competitive to an office-based OCT to provide doctors with the best of those 3,000 scans to say which of these scans show that the patient has fluid accumulation and requires treatment. And that's the point of our Notal OCT analyzer. We've published a paper on this where we compared our artificial intelligence algorithm to 3 well-reputed retinal specialists. And we were able to get a 92% sensitivity and a 93% specificity compared to those specialists. So artificial intelligence is alive and well and living at Notal Vision and will be incorporated in our home-based OCT. I talked about the decision support system. What we have is a spectral domain OCT, easy to use, self-installed and self-operated. Needs only less than 10 seconds per eye. We've had people as old as 90 years old able to use this machine very easily. Wirelessly uploads the B scans to the cloud. The B scans are viewable by the physician. The algorithm analyzes the B scans for fluid, as I indicated, and change reports are sent to the physician. Not that we wish to compete with office-based machines, but I'll leave it up to you to decide the quality of a home-based image versus that of an office-based image for the techies in the audience. Now, when you think about the future in the back of the eye space, we have sustained delivery systems, topical and oral therapy, long-acting formulations, and the extended bilateral wet regimens. Now, picking out 2, oral and more probably topical treatment is subject to a real challenge when it comes to patient compliance. But by marrying this to a home-based platform where patients' fluid levels are evaluated on a frequent basis, we're able to ensure the compliance in an area where compliance is critical in the treatment of wet AMD. With regard to the long-acting devices or drugs, it's a question of individual patient response to VEGF expression. We know that that is heterogeneous, and we know that patients will change their VEGF expression over time, necessitating that any long-acting therapy requires home monitoring to monitor the changes in patient fluid levels based on their VEGF demand. The market research we've done has found that retinal specialists are extremely receptive to the concept of home OCT, excited about the potential to reduce patient and physician treatment burden, reduction in fluid time will benefit patients, welcome the ability to individualize patient treatment. Other important questions, so what do the payers think? View retinal disease as a significant cost burden, consider vision to be a critical disease area, and the value collection of outcomes-based data is important. If you will think that last year in the US we spent circa $6 billion on anti-VEGF drugs, and the IRIS database indicates that we got potentially a gain of 0 letters in treatment. Doesn't sound like a good ROI to me.
You're going to, Bob, I'm sorry.
So basically, from a reimbursement perspective, our goal is to get Category 3 before launch in 2020 and Category 1 by 2021. Clinically, we have development ongoing, and from a regulatory perspective, NOA and the home OCT device for clearance in 2020, we've initiated the algorithm journey through the FDA, and we'll hope to be behind IDX and having the second validated and approved algorithm. So hopefully we've been able to convince you that we've been able to move our aspirations into reality. Thank you.